This video will demonstrate how to search the Ellis Island Passenger Database on the Statue of Liberty website and on Family Search. I have done a few videos on immigration in the past, and I did cover the Statue of Liberty website, but I decided it would be a good idea to create a video on just this Ellis Island Passenger Search program. I have put together a few different videos to show you how you might find your ancestors in this database. Their databases. Here is the website. This you can just copy it with the archive search HTML, and you should come to this page that you can see here. It says Department of State, and you're going to want to click on Arts, History, Cultural Programs, and when you click on that, you'll have this bar come down, menu come down, and you're going to want to click on State Archives, and it will bring you to the databases. All right, this is where it will take you. And I've got a little video as soon as I'm done with this to show you exactly how to do this. But these are the databases: birth, marriage, death records, land probate, court records, military, wartime records, and photograph collection. Today I'm going to show you the state of New Jersey, the archives, and what databases that they have that's available. It's, from what I've seen, I'm not thrilled with it, but it does give some information, and maybe I just don't know how to search it well enough. But I was going to show you what I learned. My husband is from New Jersey, and most of his relatives are from, he's got relatives from Illinois, but he has a lot of family from New Jersey, so I thought I would check it out. Well, finding the archives was a hard thing for me. I went to the library, New Jersey State Library, and I couldn't really find anything. And then I happened upon the Department of State, and you go over here when you get there. So it's newjersey.gov/state, and you come down here to the menu and you click on Arts and Culture, and then it goes to New Jersey State Archives is how you find it. And then you come down just a little bit and it says searchable databases and records request forms. Now a lot of it is to request information, so they give you enough to kind of have an idea that you're looking for the right person. So let's just take a quick look at birth and marriages. So they have searchable databases for colonial marriages, 1666 to 1799. They have these marriages from 1848 to 1900, death records, and more death records. And then they have birth records and marriage and death. And this is to order, where you can actually order a copy of those records. So I want to show you a little bit about how it works and what I found out with these databases. All right, I'm going to start with this top database that they have, the colonial marriage bonds. I'm going to click on this, and one of my husband's family names is Ireland. And I'm just going to do a search with just that to see any Irelands that are in there. And I have 12 records of Ireland. It's only one page. It will tell you how many pages and how many records. So his family is pretty much from Cumberland, and I'm pretty sure this is his family. It's Joseph and Phoebe, and I have a marriage date here. It gives me a reference number. So I guess if I wanted to order this, this is the reference, or if you wanted to contact them, that's the reference number you would give them. So I want to show you how to find this in Family Search. If you found this here, now if you're don't have a Family Search account, I would suggest that it's free, and I want to show you what you can find on Family Search versus what you can find here. I mean, this is good. It gives you the husband and the wife's name, the county of the residence, they were both from Cumberland, and the marriage date. If I go to Family Search and I click up here on Search, that's where I'll just do that again, Search Records. Comes up to this. If I type in Joseph Ireland, and then I'm going to click on More Options, and I want to click on Marriage. And let's look back here. It was 1762. So I'm going to put in 1762, and I'm going to say Cumberland County, New Jersey. And then it comes up, and I can just click on that. And I'm going to do a search. Okay, what I find is, here's Joseph Ireland. That is 9th of November, 1762. 9th of November, same information. On here, I can actually click on the image, so I can actually see the image, or this is the indexed version of it. And this shows who this person is. This record is attached to Joseph Ireland. So I'm going to, let's see if I can, here it is. I click on that, and it comes up here. And it tells me the information that was indexed, and it says view the record. I'm going to right click and open in a different tab. And there's the image, so I can click on that. And it's just a card. It takes a minute for it to come up. There it is, okay. So this one is Ireland Phoebe is the name, and she's married to Joseph Ireland, and November 9th, 1762. So that's what the image looks like. And I'm not positive it's exactly the same. Let's look here. Okay, so New Jersey marriage bonds, and 1760 to 1980. That gives you the information there. Anyways, so let's go back. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's go back here. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to take me to Joseph Ireland. And here I see that I have no birth or death information. And there's Phoebe, and maybe this isn't my husband's because he's done a lot on his family, or maybe it is, but they have no children and he has no parents, and we have no birth or death dates for them, but we have a marriage date. So let's click on Phoebe, and again, no parents. So that is somebody that my husband and I can go look and see if we can find more information on them. At least we have a marriage date for them. Okay, now one other thing I wanted to show you is on this, you do not want to click the back arrow. You just get this blank page, and you can't go forward, you can't go forward, can't go backward. So if you want to get off of this and go back to those databases, let's go to search collections, and it says you might lose it. Here it is, so then we can click on this. So that's how you go back to this area here, to these databases. So let's try the death records, and I'm going to try Ireland again, and this is 1848 to 1878. Let's see what we come up with. Okay, we have 10 records. So here you can see how many records I could look through. There's a lot. And these give us the dates here. I'm just going to pick somebody on here. Let's try this Japhet Ireland. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. He was 83 years old, male, single, in Atlantic County. And you can, so you know what, actually, let's try Cumberland, since that's where my husband's family's from. And this time we get one page with 14 records. So this is more likely his family right here. So I'm going to pick a male because it's a little harder. I'll do one female and one male. Let's try this Daniel Ireland that died May 18th of 1852. So I'm going to go back here, 1852, Daniel Ireland. Okay, I'm going to go back to search records. Daniel Ireland. And more options. This time I'm going to choose death. Place is Cumberland, New Jersey. And I'll do 1850 to 1855 and search. Let's see if we find him. Okay, here's Daniel Ireland, and it gives his parents, Dayton and Jane. His birth is 1820, and he died in Millville in 1852. And we see that he is not attached to a family. So this is somebody that he may be in Family Search, and we could search for him. To do that, let's go ahead and pull up Family Search. See if he happens to be found. So I'm going to say find. This time I'm finding a person in Family Search, not just a record, and I want to find by name. Daniel Ireland. And I do more options, do death, 1852, Cumberland, New Jersey. And we'll do a search and see if he comes up. Now this has Zachariah Ireland and Jane, so maybe when it said Dayton, somebody couldn't read that record. So let's go back here. It's just an index. We do not get an image. That's what these little cameras are. That's the image. So this is, but the name is Jane. So that is probably him. And it is not attached to him. So let's go to this person. We're going to go to his person. I have the same death date. June of 1842. Let's see, Daniel Ireland. Well, I have May 18th of 1852. So, the age 32, that's about right. So we have a little difference here. We have 4 sources up here. So what we want to do is this time we copy this number up here, come over here, and I click on Daniel Ireland, and I want to attach this record to that Daniel. And it's going to come up with this blank, and I can actually just say paste that in, but it's the same as this one here, so I could have selected this person here. And it says Millville. I'm going to attach that. And we've got Jane, so I'm going to attach to Jane. This says Dayton and not Zachariah, but I'm going to go ahead and attach it, and that way we have that record on him, and somebody can look into that later on. So we actually get more information here, and even if you don't want to attach or do any of that work, at least you would have it, and you would have Daniel, his mother's Jane, and you could put in Dayton or you could put in Zachariah. And you can always check these sources. Now I had 3, now I have 4 sources, so we look here. And there's that 1842. Let's see, I just attached 1852, the death. This is the one that I just attached, Tony Norman. This is my husband. I can see that he's attached these records. So that's kind of how I have found that it does help me find people. I look at all these different people, And these are all from Cumberland, and I could take the time to try to find each one of them and see if they are related to my husband's family, and most likely they are since they're all from that same area. Now I said I would do a female, so let me try one. I haven't done this before, but we have Susan Ireland. Actually, I think I looked her up and I couldn't find her anywhere, so what other? I have a Hester that's 30. I might have a better chance with Hester. Or Emma that's 21. Let's try Hester. We'll give it a try. So if I go and say find, at least this is, you'll get the idea of how I search. So I type in Hester. I don't put in Ireland because that's probably not her maiden name. And I say spouse, and I say Ireland. And then I would say her death. Let's go back here. Which one was it? Let me get rid of that one. We don't need that one anymore. Okay, Hester. So she died in 1853. So she died 1853 in Cumberland, New Jersey. Okay, and she is children. She's married to a Lewis Ireland, death 1853, birth, yep, that's about the right age. So let's go ahead and go to her person. We'll go to details. So we have the 10th of October 1853. What did they have for Hester? They have November 8th of 1853. So we have some slight differences. Now this gives us the book number and the page number. So we have 5 sources. Let's see what we have. Birth. Here is a death, Hester for William Ireland. So I don't see that attached. So let's go ahead and start another. I think we found the right person. And let's search for record. Okay, on this one, because the record has her name as Ireland, I am going to put Ireland. Cumberland, New Jersey, and I think it was 1853. Okay, and let's do a search. 8th of November, 1853. Okay, and this is an indexed record. There's no image here. But this is the death, and I believe that was what was here, the 8th of November. So this is the record here, and it's not attached to Hester. So let's go ahead and attach that to her. Let's see, here's her number. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to click on Hester Ireland on this one, and I want to attach the record. And it's going to ask me, here she is down here, so I don't have to type that number in. And there we go with her mother, and it looks like for her, let's see over here, here she is. Let's go to details. So we do not have parents, but we do now. So we can go ahead and add her father. We don't know anything about him, but he is deceased, so create that. That's from the record. Now, this person is a Hester Penn. Now, I don't want to go into too much details, but we can right-click and open this in another link. Let's see who Hester Penn is married to. John Miskelly, 1853. So that is, we would have to check that one. It's probably, there's a, we're looking for a Hester. I don't see a Hester in this family. I am not going to attach this or change it right now. I'm going to leave this up. I will check into this a little bit later. This may be her family because we don't have a last name, or the name doesn't exactly match, but it's pretty close. Let's see, she was born in 1823. So I don't really want to detach this right now because I don't want to put a new person in, because this is probably her, 1823. And you see we have a big gap there. So I really think that's where Hester belongs. She just isn't in here. So I can fix this up, and I will do that another time, I guess. Maybe I should go ahead and do that. It's really easy. So now I'm going to have a duplicate for John. So I'm going to go to Hester. Let's see, here she is. Okay, I can take her number, and I can go here, and I can say add a child, and it asks for name or ID, but I have the ID, so I'm going to put that in, and it'll ask me Miskelly, Hester Miskelly, and I'm saying yes, and there it added her in. It's pretty easy. So now I'll have to go in and fix this duplicate, which is not hard. I just go to John person, just real quick. This is getting kind of long. I don't want it to be too long. So I would say merge by ID, and I would take the ID of this person that I just created. I'm on John. Say merge by ID. Miskelly. I'm pretty sure it's the same person. Okay, so I'm going to say yes. Let me see how the children's names are spelled. Miskelly. So I'm going to leave it. I'll leave Hester's name that way. I'm not going to take that over there. And I just check everything else. Everything looks good. I've got all these sources. Continue. And I can click on one of these. Most vital information. This record contains a little information. There's enough evidence. So I'm going to say that. Or you can type something in there yourself. So I'm going to say finish the merge. Okay, so that was a lot from just that one little resource. I found that, and I really like it because we're working together. I know a lot of people say, oh, people are messing with my records, my family records. You do not have to do anything. You can just use what's in Family Search and leave it for somebody else to fix it up, to add those, but you can see a little bit more of these records, and I did research some of them on the marriage, and I think on some of the death records I was able to find these books and page numbers by the image. When it had an image, I looked, and it was that book and those pages. So here you don't get the actual image, you get the information, but if you want to try and see if there's an image that you want to see without having to pay for it, you can select it and put it in there and pay, I think it's $10 to get a copy of that. So I'm hoping that let me go back here. I'm going to say okay, I don't care if I lose that, and come back here. So I have not checked everything out. They have land and probate and court. So I'm just kind of going to leave it at that for you to go ahead and search. They've got these early land records. I have searched land records on Family Search in New Jersey, and they have a lot, so I would imagine they're the same records. I guess let's just go ahead and type in Ireland again and see what comes up. Search. Oh, and I forgot to put in Cumberland County, New Jersey. oh, wait a minute. I don't have to type that in. I go over here to the counties. So there's Cumberland and do a search. And it looks like I have 7 records. So I have a David Ireland. And so here you get it, this information. And then if you want to actually see the records, you can search just like I did on Family Search. You go into search records and you would type in Anais Ireland in and see if you can find it. Now, I may have to do another one on how to find, it may not come up on the search records that way. You could just go into the catalog and search records, but if it gives you a date, yeah, this is a little more complicated, so I will see if I can go ahead and put another video together showing you how to do the land records in New Jersey. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope this is helpful. Like I said, it's not been my favorite databases, but I do get a list of all those different people and I can research them. And I actually did find some people the other day while I was looking here that I don't know how they're attached to the family, but we have the information on them now and they are in Family Search. And we'll keep searching for some way to connect those people with his family. Anyways, again, thank you for watching. Happy hunting!